I am Chris Kaler.
And I'm Amber Foster Kyuujin cosplay, and today we are back into guys with Demon Slayer, episode 19. You told me it was supposed to be a pretty heavy episode.
Well, from what I've seen, people seem to be freaking out over this episode on YouTube, so maybe, and I mean, from what we've known, it's gonna be heavy.
Yeah, with Tanjiro's force being destroyed, and him being slashed by the thread.
Yeah. He's facing who I think, and I'm pretty sure is one of the 12 demons, and it's not gonna be cool. It's not gonna be easy. He's got, like you said, no swords anymore. But last episode, before we focus on that, Inosuke had to face the father alone, wounded. It did not look well to begin with. He tried to face it head on. His swords broke, and then he still tried to fight, and then as he got caught, his head was being crushed, and Gyu came to save him.
And
that was cool.
Gyu sliced that monster like butter.
Yeah, but he's technically supposed to be stronger, so yeah, it's a good thing. So Inosuke is saved for now, and Zenitsu was joined by the girl who was with Gyu, so she's gonna take care of him.
Please save him.
Yes.
Please save him.
Now we focus on Tanjiro facing that kid who was beating on his sister, by the way, so that's not cool. And
I'm just glad that Tanjiro is saved by the main character plot armor, so that will be nice.
We know he doesn't die, but then is he gonna have to be saved, or is he gonna manage on his own?
I'm leaning towards being saved.
We'll see. We'll see, because his entire mission needs of him to be able to defeat one of the 12 demons.
He needs to grow as a character, so the first one, it might need to be saved by.
It's technically the second one. Technically.
The first one weren't the first 12
The
demons.
first one who's actually one of the 12.
Yep.
So let's jump in this episode and see what happens.
Let's see, guys. Okay,
But
first
this
of
was
all,
about family.
First of all, the visuals and the soundtrack, damn, that was just so beautiful.
This show has always
Even
been...
the gory part about the blood and the cutting, that was just so well animated, guys.
This show has always been good with visuals and music. This was... wow. Visually stunning. Like, we saw beautiful before. This was stunning.
Well, compared to the 18 previous episode, this one was next level.
Yeah.
For the season 1, this was next level.
It was fueled by the power of family and bonds, and that was pretty fucking cool. Oh my god. Okay.
Okay.
Demon Slayer is good at getting our blood to rush, you know.
Second of all, yeah, I'm pretty sure that Tanjiro's father who used to be before that,
maybe not
a
though.
Demon Slayer. Well,
maybe not.
He knew the fire breathing style.
No, he said Tanjiro asked him how he could manage to, dance for so long, have stamina for so long when he's frail and dying apparently, and he said there's a breathing technique. Breathing technique is a thing, it's not just a breathing technique equals a way of fighting.
I know,
I think
and that show, when you're thinking about breathing technique,
I know
that would be way too much coincidence.
Maybe, but in any case, what I saw in this and what hits me more than his dad might have been a Demon Slayer before is the family's dance, the family's traditions is what he used in that moment to succeed, and that's what worked, because it was something that, like his dad was frail and stuff, he was also weak and, losing blood a lot, and he was not good, and then he needed something to still push him further, and he used his dad's breathing technique, and then he kind of did the moves that are linked to what his dad used to do, which could have been the fire breathing technique. But that, because his water style changed, and he never said fire breathing technique or anything.
I know,
that's
okay. If I'm taking what you just said, maybe his father wasn't a Demon Slayer.
Well, maybe he was.
But this is tradition for the family. That's his motivation. That's what is making his will and his love live inside of him. He's on fire.
In the long run, we might learn that his dad was, because I think that the moves he was doing were the fire technique, the fire breathing technique, and the moves related to fire because his family works with fire. So we might learn that later on. But what I take from this is that he did his dad's dance. He used his dad's breeding technique, and fire came out because I mean his family works with fire, so it makes sense. But fire came out, and it was strong enough to take him further.
I have a theory for that. I think that maybe this technique was stronger than the water technique because this one is Tanjiro's true style.
Could be. I don't know if we talked about this before about how when you hold your sword and stuff, it takes on a color that fits best for your style. Like he uses water, and I mean it fits his personality, and it's his fighting style and stuff. And his sword is blue, so to me it fits. Zenitsu is yellow, and his technique is lightning. And it's the one that maybe fits best for him because he has he was hit by lightning and then he has snatches of genius and
even
power.
Inosuke's sword looks like animal fangs, if you think about it.
Exactly. So when we talk about, and my theory was that Tanjiro's black sword meant that he could adapt to many styles. So maybe others can also adapt to many styles, but then the style that fits best for them is the one that represents the color of their katana. I don't know. We don't know enough about this yet.
And you know what I find it really funny enough is because if indeed Tanjiro's true style was the fire breathing style, Nezuko special blood magic is exploding blood.
Well, fire. They were told, when he got his katana, he was told that the color of his hair was that of people kissed by the sun and stuff, so favored by fire. And the guy who gave him the sword expected it to turn red because it's rare. It doesn't happen much, it's something he wanted to see, and then it turned black. And he was disappointed, but to me, black means that he's gonna be able to switch between water, fire. If he learns more, he doesn't have to stick to one style. That's how I saw it. Here I see, his family works with fire, but it doesn't mean that water doesn't fit with him because his sword wasn't red. His sword wasn't strictly fire. And he's been using water since then. It's just that in this case, I think that the fire, was Chloe. I don't know. Yu uses the same techniques, and then he manages to slash stuff that Tanjiro cannot slash. So the breeding technique is one thing, but then the strength that you put behind your technique is one other thing.
I think
considering that fire is close to his family, and in this fight he was fighting for Nezuko and his bond with his sister, I think that using fire and switching to what he connects with his family gave him the strength to do this.
Yeah, I think that each swordsman affinity and what motivates them, what feel their own strength, to say it like that. I don't remember for Gyu, but did he consider his master like family or something? Like was
he
he
never
really
said
close?
anything about
No?
that.
Okay, but yeah, for Tanjiro, everything regarding Tanjiro is concerning his family.
Well, that's his whole
Nezuko.
point.
That's the whole point of the show.
That was the point of the battle too, because that other guy, that demon, his way of seeing family was completely twisted. I guess, and it might be linked to who he was or how he was when he was a human. But the thing is, when he became a demon, I guess he wanted to recreate bonds or something that he felt strongly connected. He felt strongly passionate about bonds and family, and then he never managed to recreate an actual bond because in his head, creating family bonds means terror. You get fear out of your siblings and parents and stuff, and because they fear you, they stay close to you. That's not how a bond works, and that's not how a family should work ever.
Unfortunately,
so Tanjiro was fighting for his definition of family too, and his sister, because
but yeah, when you think about it, unfortunately, even in real life, some people think that it's by terror and be overpowering people that you keep them close to you and that you got control over them.
Which is interesting because the whole power of this guy was using threads, bonds and stuff, things that connect stuff. And they were pretty strong, but then when Tanjiro started using his father's techniques and stuff, he managed to snap it. So that's pretty, well, he used the water thing first, and then when they became, you know, strengthened by blood and way too harsh for him to break, he used the fire thing, and that was amazing. But then that's just a little coincidence, but still, it was pretty cool. The whole thing about, I love how they do it, you know, bringing back the family all the time to convey motivation, because we talked about this when it comes to Inosuke and Zenitsu. Zenitsu, he thinks about his master / Gramps. Inosuke thinks about his bonds, his connections with others. Tanjiro hits his family, you know, and when Nezuko is not enough, he thinks of everyone. Everyone is always there. When he passes out, they're always around him to wake him up. That's always so fucking sweet.
Just like the other girl told Zenitsu, yeah. Just like she told them, usually when you're about to die, it's when you have the flashback of all important moment about your life.
Yeah.
She never had it. Good for you, girl.
Well, he saw it,
but
yeah.
Tanjiro just saw it, yeah, and
I thought it was a very interesting way of putting that. Like, I never heard anyone say something like this. Like, the reason why you see your life flashing before your eyes is because you need reasons to stay alive. I think that's pretty poetic. That's really good. So
well,
yeah, that explains.
I think that in a way she was explaining that by the way you're finding a reason to fight for to stay alive.
Well, that's what he did. He was about to die, and he saw his father, and he saw his mother, and he saw his sibling. So the family has always been at the core of Tanjiro's character. That's what he's doing. He's always going to feel guilty that he wasn't there to save anyone when his family got attacked. His last living relative is Nezuko, so his entire quest is about saving Nezuko. Yeah. Same with Nezuko, you know, the fact that she doesn't attack humans is because of the magic that makes her see humans as family. Family is always the word when it comes to these two's motivation. And now we actually, you know, I think that's the worst thing that Demon could have done. Using Nezuko against Tanjiro, like, dude.
Yeah.
No, wrong move.
You don't take somebody's sister. Yeah, you don't.
Yeah, very, very wrong move. And I was surprised. I'm actually very glad he got to kill that demon alone, because like we said, you know, he's gonna have to get strong enough if he wants to get to Kibutsuji, and that was one of the lower 5. So that's not the strongest of the 12, so that's nowhere close to Kibutsuji, and if he couldn't defeat this one, we would have a major setback when it comes to power.
Yeah, but the more I think about it, I think that Tanjiro is going to be way more stronger with the fire style coming from his father.
Fire could be stronger than water when it comes to styles.
I don't think that fire is stronger than any other one. I think that
it depends.
Depending on each demon slayer's affinity, they are stronger depending on which. Like for Zenitsu with thunder, he was struck by thunder, and that's his style.
Lightning. Thunder doesn't strike anyone.
Okay, he got struck by lightning, so that's his style. He represents lightning.
No, but that's the thing. You know, when you fight, for example, when you fight any opponent, depending on the opponent, the style and the fighting style you use is gonna have to change, because for, you know, water style in this case is fluid and it adapts very well, and it's pretty strong. But then when water style fails against one demon that is too fast for water to keep up with, maybe lightning is going to manage. But, you know, in a style where you need to adapt to the enemy because its fighting style is stronger and more varied, thunder might not work where water is going to work, you know? So I think depending on who or what you're fighting, you got to adapt your style, or sometimes styles will work better than others. I don't know. I feel like it could also be the meaning behind the style, especially with a guy like Tanjiro who now has used 2. Like I said, fire for him was also backed up by family history and memories and stuff. So it was fueled with power. It's not about the strength of anything. It's the same katana, or, you know,
the same piece of katana.
Yes, it's the same katana, and it's the same guy who swings it. But behind the first move, there was intent to, you know, kill, and behind the other one, there was intent to save sister. It's not the same. Intent to save sister.
No.
Exactly.
Must save sister.
It was a great fight, visually, musically, and just character wise, it was so good, and I want to see what happens next. So.
Me too.
And it's starting to get really hot in here, so
Yeah,
I'm gonna do this in front of the fan. So thank you guys so much for watching this episode with us. If you want to see the next one right away, it is on Patreon already. You can check it out if you want. The link is in the description.
And if you don't, you can wait the next one to be out on YouTube, which will be in next week.
Yes.
I'm gonna see you then, guys.
Bye.